Hi Rajiv, welcome and thanks for taking out time and talking to us. How is your day going?
Yeah, hi Garima. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to, have this interview. So, the day is going great. The day is going fine. So, I'm currently, working in EY, so based out of Delhi.
Oh, that's great.
So,
And
it's
where
going
did
great.
you do
Uh,
your graduation and masters from?
yeah, so I did my graduation from IP University Delhi. So, I am a pass out of 2012. So after my BTech, I did my Masters of Business Administration from Delhi College of Engineering, which is DTU now. So in 2016, I passed out from there. So after I passed out from my MBA, I, after working for 2 years, I got placed in Ernst& Young. And then after working for 2 years in EY, I decided to, go for a NET exam so that I become eligible for assistant professor because I have some interest in teaching also. So that was the motivation, that was the drive that led me to give this exam. So after 2 years in 2018, I, started, preparing for NET exam, and I attempted it in December 2018, and I cleared it in my first attempt.
That's amazing. Congratulations on that. And
Okay.
now could you share your strategy of preparation with our students?
Yeah, sure. So I started preparing for December 2018 attempt in the month of August, or much before that actually, in the month of July. So when I started preparing for it, I started looking for sources, like which all the sources I can read from. So as I skimmed through all the resources, I came across you know this material from Human Peritus. So, but I was a bit skeptical that whether I should go for coaching or not. But I had all the books with me from my MBA, but it was not possible for me to read all those books in a very less time. So I decided to go for the Human Peritus material because I read on the website that they have prepared very concise material, after years of hard work. So yeah, I bought their material, and I just prepared from that. And since I was working at that particular point of time, so my only strategy was that finish the paper two part, which is your which is your subject actually, in as many number of days as you can before 1 month. And when the 1 month is remaining, so during that particular 1 month, you start preparing for the phase one, for the paper one of the NET exam. So you know I just prepared for 3 to 4 months, and I got around 94 percentile in NET, and I cleared it successfully. So this is so there are two parts to my strategy. The first part is resources. So the only resources which I followed is the Human Peritus material due to lack of time. So the material helped me a lot since I had very less time. So they provided very concise material which I skimmed through. And the second strategy is basically revise again and again. So that is of utmost importance. And the third question is, after revising, you solve the questions, right? The questions, the assignments which they provide. So it's very important that you solve the past year questions from whatever source you get. Just do all the questions and do at least 4 to 5 times, because after the first attempt you might forget all those things. So you might need to attempt it again and again, again and again, at least 3 4 times to have that retained in your memory. Because if I talk about management specifically, then it's all theory, right? Logic is very very less, only in economics and statistics. Apart from that, all things are theory. So if you really want to retain that theory part, you need to give attempts at mocks again and again. So that will help you a lot. So, and one other important thing which I need to highlight is, if you really want to pass this exam, that you not need take the paper one very lightly, because it is very very important that you prepare for it very thoroughly. Paper one is as important as paper two. So I should say that paper one is sort of make or break the game. So because in paper two everyone is preparing, but paper one, many students, what they do is they take it very lightly. that we will do it very easily in just 2 to 3 days preparation. So let's not prepare for it. So, that is where if someone is really preparing for UGC NET exam seriously, they need to prepare for paper one thoroughly. That is how they can gain advantage over others. So I think that was the only strategy which I followed. Yeah, over to you, Garima.
Great. So you say focus is on paper one, solving questions, revisions, and saving time. So if I hear you correctly, you are working along with the preparation. So would you give some time management tips to the students?
Yeah, sure, Garima. So my timings were from morning 8 o'clock till evening 6 o'clock. So after 6 o'clock, I used to study for around 2 to 3 hours max to max, depending upon the situation. So, and most of the time, majority of the time in a particular week, I used to study on weekends only, Saturday and Sunday. So those were the 2 days where I used to study for UGC NET exam, and not more than 7 to 8 hours I used to put. I think that is more than sufficient, but 7 to 8 hours should be quality time, should be productive, very, very productive. There should be no distraction, nothing. So I think if you spend that much amount of time, you can easily clear NET exam in your first attempt. That's that I can assure you of. But if you spend your time in cell phones, or if you do some other distractions, then obviously nobody can help you. The only thing which can help you is your hard work. That's it. Hard work. There is no other alternative to hard work. And smart work, of course, because there is a lot of things to study, and you have to be very smart in what to study and what not to study, what to leave and what not to leave. So I think both hard work and smart work comes here.
All right. So you're saying you need to work hard, but you need to work smart. You should know what you do not want to study.
Yes, absolutely.
And before I conclude this interview, any advice to the students who are now going to appear for the exam? Because the cutoff keeps going up every year. So any advice you will give them?
See, around the cutoff, I don't think that it has increased that dramatically since past years. Because when I gave my exam in December 2018, it was 64 percentile for the JRF, right? But it was 54, 55 percentile for the assistant professor eligibility. And previous to that also, it was around the same thing. And after that also, I analyzed for 2019, I analyzed. So it has not changed that dramatically. It is going up for sure, but it has not changed that dramatically, right? Maybe 1 percentile or 2 percentile it has increased. But if you are seriously preparing for NET exam, I'm quite sure that you can clear it in the first attempt. And if I talk about specifically about paper 2, you don't have to study all the subjects. You just think like that. You need to score, for example, 70% in across all the papers. So think like that. So 70% is 70% if you study, or 80 to 90% if you study. You can easily clear the exam. But that 80 to 90% you should be 100% sure that you know that particular thing. So apart from that, there is some theory which you can just skim, right? The human resource management, the organizational behavior. So these are theories and theories. So if you're not able to retain that much, then I think you can just go through them. Don't retain them, because if you are not able to produce that in the exam, there is no point in rote learning again and again. Whatever you have studied logically, that will also you will forget, right? So instead of identify your strengths, actually. So what are your strengths are? Like my strength was financial management. My strength was statistics, economics. So these were the subjects in which I was very, very strong. So I prepared them thoroughly so that I can do any question. So, but these theory subjects, I did not do very thoroughly. I just skimmed through, or whatever notes I had from Human Peritus. So that helped me crack the exam. And paper 1 is easy for those who are from engineering backgrounds, or who are from maths backgrounds, because I don't think it's that tough, but you need to prepare for it at least. You must have that preparation with you, that you can attempt any question. And another thing which I want to say, that go through the types of questions which are asked in paper 1, because paper 1 has a limited boundary set of questions. Just go through the types of questions. I think you can easily crack paper 1. it's just that the time limit which they give, you are able to solve all the questions in that particular time limit. That is also, you can, sort of judge that through the mocks which you give. So it's very important that you should give mocks very, very seriously. Yeah, that's it, Garima.
I think that's very valuable advice, and it will help a lot of students in preparing for their exam. And thank you again for taking out your time. It was lovely talking.
Thank you, Garima.
All right. Thank you so much, Rajiv.
Thank you, Garima. Thank